Top 10 Insane Descendants of Extremely Famous People. Our history is packed with famous people. They have made great things, although have made the most terrible things. Still, it was great. Have you ever wondered, even at least once, what their kids would be like? Would they be as terrible as their ancestors were? Would they be as inspiring as their grandparents or parents were? Do they even carry their real last names, or are they living their lives trying not to get associated with their predecessors? Hi everyone, welcome back to the Top 10 channel. Today, we are counting down our top picks for the top 10 insane descendants of extremely famous people. For this list, we are going to look at famous people in history, may it be in the field of medicine, in the entertainment industry, or even at war. We are looking at descendants who belong to those prominent family, whether they're already dead or alive. But before we proceed on our list, do not forget to hit the red subscribe button and ring the notification bell to get updates of our new uploads every week. Alright? If you're ready to know these people are, just sit back, relax, and check out our list. At number 10, Daniel Riley Keo. Daniel Riley Keo was born on May 29, 1989 and is known as an actress. To refresh your memory, she co-starred with Channing Tatum in Magic Mike, which was released in 2012. She also appeared on the television series Girlfriend Experience, where she earned a Golden Globe nomination in 2016, and she also starred with other actors and actresses like Charlize Theron in the Mad Max film. Well, if you're wondering about whose descendant she is, well, she is the granddaughter of none other than Priscilla Presley and Elvis Presley. Yep, as you noticed, Miss Keo has kept the long family tradition of acting. Her grandmother, Priscilla Presley, was famous in her role in the Naked Gun films. His grandfather, Elvis Presley, other than being the king of rock and roll, he had starred in great films too. So we bet the apple doesn't really fall far from the tree. Miss Keo is married to a man named Ben Smith Peterson, who was one of the stuntmen in the film Mad Max. This year, Miss Keo will star in a film together with Robert Pattinson titled with The Devil All the Time. I just wondered if Miss Keo could also sing, just like her grandparents, as she has already proven that she can act. Have you seen her sing? Let us know by leaving your comments below. At number 9, Sean Lennon. Sean Lennon, we know that his last name would somewhat give away whom we're trying to associate him with. Well, if you know the Beatles, the best musicians of all time that have revolutionized the music and culture throughout the 1960s, you would know John Lennon. A member of the Beatles, but decided to leave the band because he wanted to be in love with Yoko Ono, his second wife, which is the mom of Sean Lennon. John Lennon was assassinated in the 1980s, and the whole world mourned his loss. Thanks to his offspring, Sean and Julian, through them, we can still see remnants of their father's artistry and talent in music. Julian Lennon was the first son of John to his first wife Cynthia Lennon. Sean released his solo albums in 1998 and in 2006. On the side, Sean also produces albums for artists including Black Lips. Up to this date, both Sean and Julian keeps the memory of their father alive by continuing to make new music. At number 8, Therese Evans. If you have seen our top 10 evilest humans to exist on Earth or somewhat like that, you would know that her grandfather was ranked 3rd on the list. Therese Evans is the granddaughter of Joseph Stalin. Well, Joseph Stalin was a mass murderer, perhaps even killing more than any other single person in human history. He was the epitome of evil under the Soviet regime, and America put all its efforts into ensuring that he did not become the most powerful man on the planet. Unlike her grandfather, who was psychotic and celebrated violence, Olga is a Buddhist who dresses like a punk rocker and who believes in non-violence. She owns an antique shop in Portland, Oregon and goes by the name Therese Evans. Looking at it, the granddaughter and grandfather duo is just the exact opposite. At number 7, Cheyenne and Christian Brando. The Godfather and Superman are two of the most iconic movies that could be related to Marlon Brando. He is one of the most famous actors who ever lived. Two of his famous children were Cheyenne and Christian Brando. Unfortunately, their fame is not because of their contribution to the movie industry as actors and actresses, just like their father, but because of the scandals and tragic stories that these siblings have been caught into. Cheyenne was born in 1970 and growing up hated her father for not spending time with her. In 1989, as a teen, And working as a model, she experimented with drugs, and because of that reason, her father forbids her from visiting him on the film set. Her frustration and anger coming from that situation made her crash her car. The accident broke her jaw and required facial reconstruction. In 1990, Cheyenne told his brother Christian that her partner Dag Jolie was physically abusing her. Christian got into a fight with Dag and apparently killed him with a gun. Christian was sent to prison as Cheyenne, after that incident, took her own life after claiming publicly that her father, Marlon Brando, was an accomplice in killing Dag. At number 6, Una Chaplin. If you were a fan of the Game of Thrones series, you might have seen Una Chaplin. She was the one who played a character to Lisa Stark, Robb Stark's wife. Una, if it isn't obvious yet, is the granddaughter of Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin was once the most famous person on the planet. He was once known for his acting and directing, most notably for his character, known only as of the Champ. Charlie Chaplin made many great movies, and his speech during his 1940 film, The Great Dictator, is often cited as a watershed moment in cinema, motivating people to rise up against Adolf Hitler. Chaplin's great-granddaughter Una has carried on the tradition of acting. Although she started as a ballet dancer in Spain, when she studied drama in Scotland, it sealed the deal for her. Other than Charlie Chaplin, Una is also related to the famous American playwright Eugene O'Neill. No wonder why she shines brightly on the screens. At number 5, Alison Le Borges. Born in 1986 in Paris, Alison Le Borges is the daughter of French actor Anthony Delon, who is the son of Alain Delon, who was widely considered to be one of the greatest sex symbols in history. From the day she was born, it took a while, 11 years to be exact, before her grandparents had accepted her because she was the result of Anthony Delon's affair to a woman named Marie Helena Le Borges. Today, Alison is a model and an actress. She starred in The Neon Angels, and she had been seen in the front covers of Vanity Fair and Vogue. At number 4, Paloma Picasso. Yes, you might have guessed it by now. Paloma Picasso is the daughter of Pablo Picasso, the most famous painter in the 20th century. Pablo Picasso's work has influenced theater directors and even musicians. However, his daughter is not a painter, but a renowned French and Spanish fashion designer. She also owns the Tiffany & Co. jewelry. She also produces a range of famous perfumes. She might not be a painter, but she is an artist in her own right. Just like her father, she is obsessed with color, but among all the colors, she loved red the most. Her signature look would include a bright red lipstick. At number 3, Thomas Martin Einstein. Thomas Martin Einstein is Albert Einstein's grandson. Although Albert Einstein doesn't need any more introduction, his grandson does. Thomas has saved many lives as an anesthesiologist and physician. Albert Einstein has 3 children. One of them passed away in infancy. His 2 other sons, Han and Edward, both passed away before the late 20th century. Han, fortunately, had a son, Bernard Caesar Einstein, who is also a physicist and is Thomas Martin Einstein's father. Many people have been fascinated by Einstein's DNA, and why are they smarter than most? Well, if there is really a secret that lies in their DNA, Thomas and his siblings are the last to carry it. At number 2, JeanMarie Laurette. This might come to a surprise to most of you as it was to us. JeanMarie Laurette is the son of Adolf Hitler. Yes, one of the evilest people to walk the earth has a son. After the Second World War, anyone related to Hitler or to any cruel leader during the war changed their second name to avoid public persecution or whatnot. JeanMarie Laurette, on the other hand, was a son from Adolf Hitler's affair in World War I. Being an illegitimate child, he took after his mother's name when he was born after the First World War. Some historians have backed up his claim. However, with no sample of Hitler's DNA, it's difficult to verify whether more Hitlers really are out there waiting to rule the world. At number 1, Mather Freud. Mather Freud is Sigmund Freud's great-grandson. Sigmund Freud is known to be the father of modern psychoanalysis. Although many of his theories were replaced with newer forms of psychiatry, Sigmund Freud is still seen as one of the most important figures in the treatment and understanding of emotional well-being. A lot have believed that his intelligence has been contained in his genetics. It could be the reason why his children and grandchildren have been very successful in their own chosen fields. One of these is Mather Freud, who is Sigmund Freud's great-grandson and the son of writer and politician Sir Clement Freud. He has become a business mogul and is head of Freud Communications, which is involved in public relations and marketing in politics, business, and journalism. But despite his success, he has his fair share of scandals like post-marital affairs and provision of driving his Ferrari in the UK for 6 months. It was reported that the police banned him in public highways in the UK for half a year because he drove his Ferrari 117 miles per hour. I bet what this guy needs is a session with his late great-grandfather. So, do you agree on our list today? Do you know other descendants of extremely famous people that should have made it to our list? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Alright, that is it for today. If you like our video today, please hit like and share this with your friends. Do not also forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell to get updates of newly uploaded informative videos from our channel. What top 10s would you like to see next? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Thank you for watching. See you next time!